The third of our quarterfinal battles coming up right now. Alexander Ustinov taking on Jan the Giant Nortje.
And now making his entrance to the blue corner, Alexander Ustinov. And now making his entrance to the red corner, Jan the Giant Nortje.
Jan Nortje in his 7th year of K1 action, one of the biggest fighters you'll see in the game. Some of the big guys that happen around the K1 ring can't put it together like Jan Nortje can. He can move and he can kick and he can punch through any defense you can throw up.
And now here at the Bellagio, the action continues. The 3 judges assigned at ringside. Scoring this bout will be Jeff Mullen, Nelson Hamilton, and Glenn Trowbridge. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action inside the ring, Cecil Peoples. This is our 3rd quarterfinal match. K1 rules apply once again. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, standing 6'6", and officially weighing 282 pounds. His record 21 victories, including 16 knockouts, with 5 defeats. He's the 2001 Spanish and Russian K1 champion. Comes to us from Russia. Here is Alexander Ustinov. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing dark blue and standing 6'11", weighing in at 323 pounds. 21 victories, including 20 knockouts with 6 defeats. He's the South African super heavyweight kickboxing champion. From the Republic of South Africa, he is Jan the Giant Nortje.
All right, I want you to remember the rules we went over in the dressing room. Is there any questions from the red corner? Any questions from the blue corner? Good? Everything's good? All right, let's dance, guys.
Well, there's a lot of meat in the ring, Mike.
Combined 600 pounds between these 2 guys. And obviously the big thing here is the size of the 2 guys. And there's 5 inches that Nortje's got in height and a lot of weight. Otherwise, they're both about the same age, about the same records.
Over 300 pounds for Nortje. Touching almost 300 pounds, Ustinov. Ustinov in the black trunks now in the foreground, and the blue trunks for Nortje. As we mentioned, we've seen a lot of Nortje. He can move. He is susceptible, though, to being peppered into a loss. And so, depending on how the kicks come from Ustinov, and if that's any indication, they're going to come. Nortje can be beat going down low also.
Nortje also has a win about 2 years ago over Jorgen Kruth, who we just saw, who's pretty big in his own right. Big question is, carrying that much weight, what kind of speed is Jan Nortje going to have?
Each fighter knows how to throw the kicks. Nortje will go down low, but he's also a professional boxer, an undefeated record of 10-0, and so we expect him to use the gloves quite a bit. Ustinov from Russia. You will hear a lot of his cornermen here. They're sitting just to their right. South African Nortje across the way. And no matter how big you are, when you come up against another fighter who is similar in your size, even though Ustinov gives away pounds and inches, you got to be careful, because as we've seen anywhere in the K1 world, you are capable of knocking anybody out and vice versa.
Well, these are all top, fighters that are at the top level of this game. And although Ustinov looks small compared to Nortje, he's 282 pounds.
Big left from Nortje.
Good punch by Nortje.
And as Ustinov was backing away, he dropped his gloves. And Nortje's got that huge reach. Both fighters have the big reach, so they got to be careful. If they're going to drop their gloves, they better make sure they're on the other side of the ring.
Nice flying knee strike by Ustinov. That's a classic move by the Russian and Belarus fighters that we've seen. In fact, Ustinov's only loss last year was to Belarus's Alexei Ignashov, who is maybe the world's foremost expert on that flying knee kick, has a patented version of it that's taken out many fighters.
If this were a different day, a different tournament, it's very possible that one of these men could be fighting Dewey Cooper at 202 pounds. Cooper is in the house tonight, but he's in a super fight, not in the tournament.
Well, the winner of this fight will fight the Sergey Gur Mighty Mo match. Of course, Gur is only in the 220s.
Closing seconds of round number one.
So far, the only thing we've seen from Nortje is the left hand.
That was the best technique so far of this fight, and they'll go back to the respective corners. And their cornermen will tell them everything that they should not have done in the first 3 minutes.
Okay. Now listen to me. Hy gooit sulke klein skoppies en boep. He's working light, but he's scoring points. And you waiting for the big one. You cannot wait for the big one. You gotta start putting back. You've got 6 minutes left. So don't stop.
Okay, now Nortje's a big guy, and you don't think he's got much speed, but that left hand was quick enough to slide right in between the gloves of Ustinov. And a good enough shot for Ustinov to try to duck the second one, but he couldn't duck the third. He took it right up on the left cheekbone. Watch carefully. Yep, Nortje, just a little duck, up, swings that left. That's the best punch of the fight so far, and it belongs to Jan Nortje.
Nortje defeated Mike Bernardo earlier this year, knocked him down 3 times. For Ustinov, this is his first K1 action of 2004. He had 9 straight K1 victories last year.
We've just been told that Carter Williams has been taken to the hospital as a precautionary measure. They're going to keep him for observation and do a CAT scan. No indication that there's any injury, but it is precautionary.
Got to watch the low kick.
Nortje so far, no kicks. Pretty much sticking with his hands. Might not be a bad strategy. If his kicks are just too slow, all he's doing is setting himself up for a counter.
A good left and a good right, followed up. Nortje now using those gloves to his advantage.
I'd like to see some more knee strikes out of Ustinov.
Ustinov looks positively svelte next to Nortje.
Oh, good body punch. If he followed that body punch with a knee strike. Oh, now Ustinov is moving.
Here comes Ustinov, backing Nortje up against the ropes, but then he let him go.
Notice Ustinov is keeping that right hand pasted to his face so he doesn't catch another left from Nortje. But so far, that's the only weapon we've seen Nortje throw that is accurate and has anything on it. That's straight left.
Nortje's the one who is moving forward most of the time. It's been counter action from Ustinov.
Oh, a kick by Nortje.
Nicely blocked.
A few.
Nortje starting to breathe a little more laboriously. Eats a soft left.
Ustinov, most of the action in the ring has been him. We haven't exactly seen Nortje on the balls of his feet, but the knee strikes underneath, I can't help but think that that's Ustinov's thing. He can just get inside and work them.
Ustinov trying to lead with his right, and I think that's a dangerous thing. And Nortje's reach and wall of defense is so intimidating. It is tough not only to get inside, but to summon up the courage to even attempt it.
Lon, we've seen it many times with big guys like this, that they just look big and lumbering, but boy, they can hit hard.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, Ustinov, I know he wants to conserve energy, but he needs to put one on Nortje to just back Nortje off so that it just make him a little more cautious.
Nortje did a big U-turn with Ustinov stuck in the corner, but he couldn't get there in time to do any damage. In the round number 2, and a frustrated Jan Nortje goes back to his corner. Ustinov, I think, has more left in the tank, and maybe more in the tank at the start of this fight. And perhaps this third round, we're going to see some lightning strikes.
He seems to be in pretty good shape. When a 323-pound guy is chasing you around the ring, it takes a lot out of you. But he's standing in the corner. He's not even sitting down. He's not breathing that heavy. If I could translate Russian, I would tell you that he's getting some advice in the corner, but I have no idea what they're saying. I hope they're saying hard and hit him a lot. Yes. I hope they're saying knee strikes, knee strikes, knee strikes, because this guy's got him.
The crowd at the Grand Ballroom at the Bellagio enjoying this latest installment of K1 Grand Prix tournament action.
Beautiful venue and terrific hospitality by the Bellagio.
And the winner of tonight's tournament qualifies for the next level, September 25th event at the Budokan in Tokyo, which is the final qualifier for the Tokyo Dome Finals. So a winner here qualifies basically for the World Championship semifinals.
Ustinov slipped in that left roundhouse kick. A little body punch, no damage.
Ustinov now dancing a little bit more on the balls of his feet. He would do well to try to keep Nortje moving, wear the big man down more than he is.
He's got to watch the straight left of Nortje, and he's got to watch the left roundhouse kick of Nortje, and that's pretty much it. He can get past those, and he can defense those. He's all right.
So that flicking left roundhouse to the ear of Ustinov.
Oh, good right hand. Nortje with his arms down, almost daring Ustinov to punch him.
He's daring. And that just might be what Nortje wants. I don't know what weapon he would use, but if he's trying to lure Ustinov in by opening himself up, perhaps Nortje has something up his sleeve.
It's anybody's fight to this point. I had the first round going to Jan Nortje, second round to Ustinov. This is the round that will decide it.
Nortje bleeding now from the nose. Ustinov obviously has tagged him.
That was that straight right a minute ago. It hit him right square on the nose. See, this is where Ustinov needs to go and not wait. Wait long enough, Nortje gets something off.
Nortje obviously bothered by that flowing blood now. Ustinov needs to start moving forward. And that hurt.
Again, the big left hand of Nortje, and that may have just won the round for Nortje.
Oh, and Ustinov is stunned on his feet. He's hurt. Here comes
Needs to get out of there.
This is what Nortje does best, following up when he's hurt.
He gets you against the ropes. He leans on you. You got 325 pounds and two big ham fists in your face. Ustinov can't go there.
Ustinov's got to go for that nose, though. Ustinov's got to move inside. He can't wait for Nortje to come to him. And another good punch there by Ustinov.
Ustinov, yeah, there's the knee. He needs to go in and he needs to go if he's going to have a chance against Nortje. Otherwise, it's probably Nortje's fight right now.
Ustinov still has some impressing to do. He's not going to do it on his heels.
20 seconds left in this fight. If I were Ustinov, I'd be just pummeling the knees in there, then going up top. Time is running out for both these fighters.
Final 10 seconds of this third round. Ustinov with a nice straight right, another one. That's how we started the blood flowing on Nortje. One of these fighters needs to impress in the end. Nortje and Ustinov put on a good show here to finish it off. Both fighters bleeding, one from the leg, another from the nose. Ustinov has split his right shin, and even if he wins the fight, that may not bode well for future efforts. Nortje bleeding a lot, and there you see the shin. Most of that is, well, no, that's like a 3-inch gash right there. They would not let him continue anyway, I don't believe.
This is a replay from the last round. He's already got the cut on the shin. That's the left hand by Nortje that may very well have won that round and won the fight for Jan Nortje. Just got a little careless, dropped the right hand a little too low.
Nortje was more consistent throughout the fight. Ustinov had some nice moments, but Nortje was pretty level the whole way.
Controlled the action, fought the kind of fight he wanted to fight, kept Ustinov at a distance when he wanted him there. Wasn't pretty, but I think it's going to be Jan Nortje's fight.
For Ustinov, he had some good moments. He obviously tagged Nortje a number of times. He obviously connected at least once, kicking Nortje because Ustinov injured from that activity. And now I think we have a decision up to Michael Buffer for the preliminary and perhaps final round decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards, and Nelson Hamilton scores at 30-28. Jeff Mullen, 29-28. And Glenn Trowbridge, 30-27 to the winner by unanimous decision, Alexander Ustinov.
So Ustinov surprising a number of people here,
including me,
and all of the other few thousand judges that they have here. Now, I bring up the point here, he may have won the fight, but I'm not sure they're going to let him continue with that shin the way it is, Mike.